Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Yes.
Hey, what do you mean by a self-paced course?
Well, the course material is available in the form of video lectures. And there are multiple practice problems that come along as well. So, you can access all of it anywhere, anytime. And they are available to you for lifetime.
No way!
Oh, yes way. Don't delay and enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi.
Oi, so they give access to their job portal, Geeks for free?
Yes, complimentary with the course.
And you got your job through that?
Me and 15,000 others across the world.
No way!
Oh, yes, ways. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi, and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today is the day 6 of CodeCamp. So, if you are thinking, what is this CodeCamp all about? Let me just explain you. So, to know what is the first is all about, you can go in the description and click on the article link that is given. So basically, this code camp is intended for you to build up a coding habit in just 29 days, 21 days. So like every day we would be solving three problems. Few problems would be takeaway home problems, and the rest of the problems would be solved live here. And each day's problems are given beforehand. So it's like this scenario, like you want to save your time, you want to go out somewhere, so you can solve all the problems. And for the problems that you were not able to solve, you can see it at the end of the day or before that day. Okay, I can see it. And every day it would be a post, like you can treat it as a post solving session where each problem would be solved at this point. Okay, so now after this you are good enough to move forward with the contest and everything. You can build up, like solve all the problems up there in the contest, and most of the time the timings of the contest and this would collide with each other, and you're already acquainted with sitting from 8 to 10 in the live stream, so you won't face an issue as far as I've think. So now today we would be solving new type of problems. Okay, that is basically introduction to greedy. Okay, like not introduction, we would be doing greedy. Like the second problem is a good level of greedy. The very first problem would be minimize the sum of the product, and then is minimum platform. So if you are expecting something different, then I am afraid that you might get defeated or you might feel cheated. So just shown you beforehand. So before we move forward, can I have a quick yes or no in the chat that yes, you have joined and you have liked the video or not? So can you quickly like the video and just give me a quick hi or a yes? How to qualify interview with programming solve? Like you can qualify interview with not just solving a lot of problems of programming. Basically you need to also be good at CS fundamentals too. And then it all also depends on the company you are applying. Let's say the company you are applying is focused readily on dev, so there would also be a dev interview round. Okay, and then the company you are applying is, let's say, code nation, so solving a lot of problems would help you a lot. Okay, like Google, so you would also taken the interviews of oops and all, computer like fundamentals, yes, fundamentals like computer networks and everything. Okay, so we are pretty good to move forward. Let's start with the very first problem. Hi everyone, hi Pratik, hi Ramcharan, hi Ajay, hi Nikita, hi Throne Gaming. Okay, hi Anuj. Okay, So now let me just give you the first problem itself. Share the Chrome tab, minimize the sum of the products. Okay, so now read the problem, and if you read the problem and then you try to think of the solution, then it would be a little bit easy. Let's do it on a pen and paper, it would be easy. Which book is best for DSA? So Competitive Programmer's Handbook is what I have read initially. Okay, so I think we are good enough to move forward. Now let us just start solving up the problems. I would just take up the very first output and input. Share the home screen of mine. And then just share my tab to this. I think I should be visible. आज फिर से नया template. कुछ कुछ नया होना चाहिए. कुछ तो लाइफ में नया हो. Same old office जाना. Same old सब चीज. अरे GFG practice. This is GFG. Okay, चलो. Okay, चलो हो गया. चलो, let's move forward. So in this problem, you are given two arrays. Okay, you are given arrays. Okay, two arrays. Okay, and then you are told that you are allowed to reshuffle the elements of the arrays. Okay, so you can basically you can just rearrange the elements of the arrays. Rearrange the elements. You are given two arrays, you can rearrange the elements such that after the rearrangement, the corresponding multiplication should be minimum. So I can say multiplication should be minimum. Okay, so now let's talk about the very first sample test case. Okay. Okay, see this thing. So we are given n is equals to 3, 3, 1, 1, 6, 5, 4. So what we can do is we can rearrange the first, we can just keep the first array as it is. Or let's just do this thing. We can rearrange the first array something like this. One would come front, one would come front, and this would come at the end. Now after all of this, we can rearrange the second. Okay, let's take a very different, yeah, pink. Okay, so I can say that I can simply rearrange with something like 6, 5, 4. So the corresponding multiplication should be greater. So this, this, and this. This is 6 plus 5 plus 8. So this is something like 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 8 is equals to 19. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, 113 this is. This would be 3. So this value would be 12. Shallow. This value would be 4 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 3 is equals to 12. 11 plus 12 is equals to 23. This is how the output is popping up. So basically, just rearrange the elements, and this is known as This is basically, just let me just, yep. So this is basically corresponding element, first element with the first element, second element with the second element, third element with the third element. Then we add this up, and then we have the value. So basically we can just simply, we are given two arrays, we can rearrange the elements so that the corresponding value is less. Okay, so do I make sense? Just tell me. We are given two arrays, we can rearrange. Just give me a quick one if this sample test case is clear or not. Just give me a quick one. Give a quick one if the sample test case is clear to you. Okay, so if I see this problem, okay, if I see this problem, let's just analyze 311 and 654. Let's just analyze the sample test case, because first the very easy step is to analyze the sample test case. 3 1 1 6 5 and 4. Let's just understand this. Okay, so if we multiply 6 with 3, the value would be 18. If we multiply 6 with 1, the value would be 6. If we multiply this with this, the value would be 6 only. Now let's talk about 5. If we multiply if we now do something like this, if we multiply 5 with 3, the value would be 15. If we multiply 5 with 1, the value would be 5. If we multiply 5 with 1, the value would be again 5. Okay, now let's see the third scenario. If we multiply 4 with 3, the value would be 12. If we multiply 4 with 1, the value would be 4. If we multiply 4 with 1, the value would be just 4. So as you can see the instance that a big number, so just see this all and just tell me which is more beneficial. Like let's say we have a big number, two big numbers, and two small number. For instance, okay, what I want to convey is, for instance, we have something like this. Okay, we have something like this: 5 5 2 2, and I want to club two values. Okay, let's say हमारे पास दो बंदे चार बंदे हैं. Let's say we are four friends. Okay, okay, let's say I am going on a double date, let's say. Okay, so let's say my height is let's say, okay, this wouldn't suit this. Let's say I have four friends. Okay, like I have four friends with me, and these are the height measurement of each of the four friends, and I want to minimize the total sum of height. Okay, let's say I can do 5 multiplied by 5, then I can do 5 multiplied by 2. Basically I just want to pair up two people. मुझे दो पर्सन के ग्रुप बनाने हैं. ओके, अब दोनों के पर्सन के ग्रुप बनाने के बाद जो मल्टीप्लिकेशन रहेगा दोनों वैल्यू का, वो कम होना चाहिए. Like what I want to convey is, let's say I grouped up 5 and 5, and here I grouped up 2 with 2. So I would multiply both of this and add both of them, which is equals to 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. Okay, like I want to do this thing. Which is more beneficial? Let us first see. Let us first group high with high value. So I would group 5 with 5, and then I would group 2 multiplied by 2. And the value that would boil down is 14. Now, let us do the opposite of it. Let us do the opposite of it. So now let's say we have 5 multiplied by 2. Like we are grouping the large element with small elements. And then again 5 multiplied by 2. So 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. Okay, 10 plus 10 is equals to 20. And here it won't be just 14 will be 5. I just added it. 5 multiplied by 5 is equals to 25. 25 plus 4 is equals to 29. Okay, so you can see that pairing up large values, big value with a small value is beneficial than pairing up big value with big value. As you can see here, here I have paired big with big, small with small, and here I have paired up big with small and big with small, which is more beneficial. Let's take one more example. Okay, let's just take two groups, and that would be very easy to understand. Let's say we have something like this cartoon is cute. The templates, I am liking the templates of this. The templates seem cute. Okay, fair enough. So now let's take one more example. Let's say that we have something like 7, and let's say this is 6, and this is 2 and 3. Now this time also, let's take two scenarios. Let's just multiply 7 with 6, add it to 2 multiplied by 3. 7 5 is 35, 7 6 is 42, 42 plus 6 is equals to 48. Okay, fair enough. Now let's take one more, that is big with smallest. 7 multiplied by 2 added to 6 multiplied by 3, which is equals to 14 plus 18, that is equal to 12, and this is equals to 32 itself. Okay, fair enough. So now we can see that every time pairing maximum, like large values, large should go with small if you want to lower down the value. We can see from this, okay, by taking two instances like 7623 and 5522, we can see that we can have this kind of thing. Okay, so now we can come to the conclusion that large should be paired up with small and small should be paired up with large. So now if we are given something like this, okay, let's say we are given let's say we are given 3 elements. Okay, so if we are given 3 elements, then maximum first maximum should go with the first minimum of the second array. Then second maximum should go with the second minimum of the first array. Okay, third maximum should go third maximum should go with the third minimum. And we can see this is very beneficial. Like, this is what we really want. We want this kind of thing. Okay, so now we just need the first maximum, second maximum, third maximum at each step. Okay, so the very first approach is find maximum, keep finding maximum. Okay, that is if we have something like 1 2 5 3 and let's say 1 only, so we would find the first maximum 5, then cross it, then again find the maximum which is 3, then cross it, and again find the maximum which is 2, cross it, then again find the maximum which is 1, cross it, then again find the maximum, again cross it. So we are trying to find maximum at each point. So this looks like a sorted form. So what we can simply do is we can sort both the arrays, and reverse either of them and reverse one. This would be the idea. So basically we would sort both the arrays, then reverse either of the array, and then we could just multiply the corresponding element, and that would give us the answer itself. Do I make sense? Give me a quick one. जल्दी जल्दी बताना. Do I make sense? Does this look cute? Because for me, a person teaching DSA and this graphic over here it seems cute. Okay, this is cute. ये वाला cute है. Let me just explore. ये वाला भी cute है. ये वाला template cute है यार. चलो iPad के कुछ तो फायदे हैं. चलो, let's move forward. वो अब बहुत easy है. We can just sort and reverse it. चलो. आज क्लास जल्दी ओवर हो जाएगा. I think it would be over at around 9. Because minimize the sum of product. See, the return type is long int. So we know that the sum of all the numbers would be a little bit big. So यहीं से हमें int मिल जाता है. So we would copy this and we would say int answer is equals to 1. Why? Because we would just keep multiplying with that. Okay. So now sort a comma a plus n, then sort b comma b plus n. This is just what sorting looks like in C++. Then we would reverse. Let's say we would reverse the b. b मन किया तो b कट दिया. Okay, and now we would just add the corresponding values. For int I is equal to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus, and the value of the answer initially should be 0 because when I was doing computation in my mind, I found out that it shouldn't be. Answer plus is equals to a of I multiplied by b of I. At the end, we have the value, so we would return it as the answer. Chalo, dekhte hain. So, if you were a person who didn't solve much problems, but now the small problems look very easy to you. Okay, like Siddharth should move forward. Why is he taking this kind of problem? Then trust me, you have made a significant process in last 5 days. So I would suggest you that you should go out and eat if you are a foodie. If you are a party person, you can at least have a party. Okay, like reward yourself, keep rewarding yourself so that your brain would feed the memory that if I am working hard, this person would reward me with something, so you would be able to perform better. Like I kind of do this, like just do the stream. If you are able to do the stream happily, I would do this, I would do that as a reward system है. Brain को भी थोड़ा बनाओ. Okay, let's move to the next problem. This problem you need to understand a bit. Like the problem statement is a little bit big. So I should be clear. Okay. So okay, I didn't ask. Sorry about that. Okay. So I should first ask if I'm clear, then provide you the code of this. Wait a sec. Let me just provide you the code. Okay, this is the code. This is done. Let's move. You can just mention the line number at which you are not able to understand. If you understood it, give me a quick one. Just give me a quick one if you have understood it. Thanks a lot, Rishabh. Others, Poonam Chaure, Algoro, Arushi Tomar, Nikita, Ajay, and then Writing Club and all those, Himanshu Kumar. Hi, sir, I am from Vietnam. Hi, Luan, I am from India. Thanks a lot, Arushi. So, Arushi is now kind of getting acquainted with this Sid thing, not Sir thing. Chalo. By the way, this weird thing is your roll number, like 21C0B661. This is your roll number? Like, Like I found many students earlier also who has their roll number before their name. Like I thought that this is a trend kind of thing, but then I found out today no one is having. No. This your no, your roll number contains of alphabets also. बढ़िया चलो. Mhm. Okay, quickly read this problem. Okay, so see, I'm just explaining you the idea. So you can visual like even if you're not feeling like reading the problem, if you are a working professional and you don't feel like reading again the same problem statement and you want to binge watch Siddharth Hazra, I'm ready for it. So I'm just giving you a hint. So this is just like a railway platform. Okay, this is just like a railway platform where trains each train has a scheduled time of arrival and a scheduled time of departure, and you are given with that information, and you as the administration of railways, you want to know how many minimum number of platforms are needed so that no trains clash with each other. Okay, Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi. Okay. Surname plus roll number. Most of the time it is first name plus roll number. Roll number plus first name. Okay. So just quickly read this problem. I think you have read about this problem. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. चलो देखते हैं कैसे होता है. By the way, this is such a noob kind of explanation. Here it is mentioned three, output is three, and the explanation is that three platforms are required to safely arrive and depart all trains. Only one platform is required. हाँ भैया, output में वही देना ही है. So see, minimum number of platforms required at the railway station so that no train boards. So it has just mentioned the same thing. So what's the point of explanation here? क्या रे प्रॉब्लम सेटर, क्या प्रॉब्लम सेटर बनेगा रे तू. चलो लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. चलो इसको देखते हैं. Sort by departure time or sort by arrival time, or why do we come to the conclusion that it is sorting? We need to first find out. चलो देखते हैं. चलो अच्छा see this. अब ये कुछ ज्यादा बड़ा हो गया. Okay, so see this. Okay, so we have trains arriving at 9, 9:10, 9:40, 9:20. Okay. And then we have 2000 also. Okay. And then we have 2000 also. So what can we do? कुछ तो सोचना होगा. Okay. ऐसे देख के तो समझ में नहीं आएगा. We won't be able to understand it like this. So what do we need to do? By the way, this is the railway times. Like this is 24 hours clock. So you need to address it in the form of 24 hours. Like it can be visualized like this, that this is 9 in the morning, this is 9:10 in the morning, and this is 3 in the afternoon, this is 7 in the evening, this is 6 in the evening, this is 8 in the evening. Okay, now let's see this scenario. कि ऐसे देख के तो लग नहीं रहा है कि okay, just see. OMG somehow just opened a random problem in GFG when I was in office, as you said earlier, and this is the very first problem I got today. Nice coincidence. Okay, but make sure your colleagues are not seeing this. Otherwise, this thing would go to HR and you would face a little bit of consequences if there is a problem with all this. Okay. So ये चीज DM में बोलना चाहिए था मैम, ये चीज में आप फंस सकते हो. Well, unless the previous train departs, you can't run at the same time. Yeah. So see, there are three things I can do. Three तरीके से हम लोग सोच सकते हैं. Either we can think of on the basis of time taken. Okay. We can first see the trains which take the very less time. Okay. Which take very less time. So now this train would take 10 minutes, this train would take lot of time, this train would take lot of time, this train would take 30 minutes, this train would, so we can sort it based on the order of time taken. Like जो train सबसे कम time ले रहा है उसे पहले जाने दो, we can say that. But the problem would be, let's say we have a train at 5 and it ends at 60, and we have another train which starts at 3 2 3 to, like, let's say this scenario, let's take this scenario. Let's take we have a train which starts at 1 and it ends at, let's say, 7, and then we have another train which starts at 5 and it ends at 8, and then we have another train which starts at 7 and ends at 11. Okay, so this train would take 6 hours, this train would take 3 hours, and this train would take 4 hours. So अगर हम ऐसा सोचेंगे कि जो सबसे कम टाइम है, भैया देखो बहुत सारे ट्रेन है, जो सबसे कम टाइम ले रहा है उसे पहले जाने दो. First, we can think of something like this, that we would prioritize on the basis of the time taken by each of the train to depart and arrive. Okay, क्योंकि उतना देर platforms blocked रहेंगे. So we would prioritize on the train which would take less time. But there is a problem in this. So if we prioritize on the basis of time, then this should come first. This should be prioritized first. This should be prioritized first. So that means 5 to 8 का slot book हो गया. Okay. But so the number of trains we can have is just 1. Okay, so number of trains, so 5 to 7 8 का एक slot book हो गया first number platform पे. Now we need a train for 7 to 11, but 7 to 11 is blocked for the first train. So we require 7 to 11 for the second one. Okay. And then 1 to 7 for this. Okay, you understood? But let's say we want to know that एक platforms पे कितना train जा रही है. So by doing this, we can see that if we try to accommodate एक train, then this is blocking this train also, this is blocking this train also. But the optimal would be that I choose these two trains instead of 5 to 8. Why? Because even though the timings are more, even though time taken is more, they are not clashing with each other. But this time is less, but it is clashing with both of them. So if we don't want clashes, if we want more trains to be on a single platform, then we also need to consider the clashing part also. Because shortest job से नहीं होगा. Shortest job हमें ये नहीं बताता कि clashing कितनी होगी. Clashing जितनी कम होगी उतना ज़्यादा एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम लोग ज़्यादा ट्रेन रख सकते हैं. Do I make sense or not? Give me a quick one. Like, this is a concept which requires some amount of understanding. Do I make sense or not? क्या हुआ, 5 to 8 वाली 3 घंटे लिया, 7 to 4 ये 6। अगर हम लोग ऐसा सोचेंगे भैया देखो जो सबसे कम टाइम ले रही है उसे पहले जाने दो, तो 5 to 8 वाला 1 to 7 का भी काम बिगाड़ दिया, 7 to 11 का भी काम बिगाड़ दिया। तो हमें यहाँ से क्या पता चल रहा है कि कम टाइम होना फायदेमंद है, ये जरूरी नहीं। वो एक कम टाइम वाली ट्रेन 2 का टाइम बिगाड़ सकती है, जबकि 1 to 7 और 7 to 11 से दोनों ट्रेन हम लोग चला सकते थे विदाउट एनी क्लैशिंग, बट नाउ ड्यू टू क्लैशिंग वी आर ओनली अलाउड विथ वन ट्रेन। Do I make sense? If I don't make sense, give me a 0. I would again explain with a different example. कोई funny example ले लूंगा, attach कर दूंगा, try to simplify it and then we can solve it. उतना क्या है यार? Just give me a quick one, everyone. Just give me a quick Yogesh Kale. Okay. Anyone who is not able to understand other than Yogesh Kale? Just give me a 0, ना? Honestly 0. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं भाई, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं भाई या बहन जो भी है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, ऑनेस्टली 0 दे। Okay, see, the thing is that this 5 to 8 segment, like let's say हमने ऐसा सोचा कि let's say I'm the administrator and we have a different schedule and we want to use minimum number of platforms. So पहला तरीका we saw कि minimum number of platforms के लिए जो कम टाइम ले रही है उसे पहले जाने देते हैं। ओके, अगेन मतलब देखो रास्ता जानना हो, जो सब जिसको सबसे लाइक वी गो टू अ शॉप, लेट्स से आई वेंट टू अ किराना शॉप। Okay, I went to a kirana shop and the shopkeeper has many customers. Okay, many customers. He has a hell lot of customers. So now what he can do is he can say भैया देखो, like the first is all around and now one person is saying कि देखो भैया मेरे सामान कम है, मुझे जल्दी से छोड़ दो। Have you ever heard this in a kirana shop or not? I have less things to buy. I have less things to buy. So free me first. सुना ही होगा, सुना ही होगा। Now the very next thing is यही सेम अप्रोच हम लोग यहाँ पे भी, now see we have the arrival and the departure time of each of the train. मुझे एक दोस्त ने बोला भैया देख भाई देख इतना तेरे में मैथ्स आता नहीं है, तुझे इतना मैथ्स तो आता नहीं है, तो एक काम कर जो सबसे कम टाइम ले रही है उसे पहले छोड़ दे। तो मैंने बोला ठीक है चलो यही करता हूँ। ओके, सो नाउ सी लेट्स से एक कस्टमर था जो, let's take the same example with a different 1 to 7, 5 to 8, 7 to 11. 1 to 7, 5 to 8, and then let's say 7 to 11. Okay. अब ऐसा है कि ये 1 बजे से 7 बजे तक ही रुकेगा और मुझे इसे पूरा टाइम अटेंड करना है। ये 5 से 8 बजे तक ही रुकेगा और मुझे भी इसे पूरा टाइम अटेंड करना है। ये 7 से 11 बजे तक रुकेगा, मुझे भी पूरा टाइम अटेंड करना है। अब देखो ये A है, ये B है, लेट्स टेक दिस, लेट्स नॉट टेक A B C, A B C से रिलेट नहीं कर पाओगे। लेट्स से दिस इज मी, नो this is my friend. Okay, this is me and this is my second friend. Let's say अब let's say my female best friend, male best friend, female best friend, this is me. Let's say अब we all went together in the shop and I would require 1 to 7, 5 to 8 and 7 to 11. Okay, fair enough. And now I fooled the shopkeeper. I told him भैया देखो मुझे पहले छोड़ दो क्योंकि मेरे को सबसे कम टाइम लगेगा। And he thought for a second, he didn't give a second thought and he told okay सिद्धार्थ को पहले कर देते हैं। So he gave me the service first. अब क्योंकि इसका टाइम 1 से 7 था, मेरे दोस्त का टाइम 1 से 7 तक था, और मैंने ये वाली टाइम ले ली, ये वाली स्लॉट ले ली, तो इसको घर जाना पड़ा. दिस स्लॉट इज फ्रॉम 7 to 11. ओके, सो 7 to 11 भी इसका चला गया, सो फीमेल बेस्ट फ्रेंड को भी घर जाना पड़ा. सो मुझे अटेंड करने के चक्कर में उसने 2 कस्टमर लूज कर दिए. बट अगर वो मुझे अटेंड नहीं करता, वो खुद तेज होता, तो वो कैसे अटेंड करता? पहले मेरे दोस्त को अटेंड करता, फिर मेरे फीमेल बेस्ट फ्रेंड को अटेंड करता, और मुझे अटेंड नहीं करता, जिसके वजह से वो 2 कस्टमर अटेंड कर पाता. एंड दिस इज बेनिफिशियल टू अस. सो बेस्ड ऑन द टाइम टेकन, लाइक जिसको कम टाइम लगेगा उसे पहले छोड़ दो, दिस इज नॉट वैलिड फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, you won't be able to take out the number of platforms. Then the platforms needed would be more. यहाँ पे अगर ऐसे काम करेंगे कि एक प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे इतना ज्यादा लोग रखेंगे, so the platforms needed would be more. Now, do I make sense? Ashish, Yogesh, thanks a lot. Arushi, it means a lot. चलो, give me a quick one. Rafi, give me a quick one. Nafi, Narendra, give me a quick one. अब समझ में आ गया द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मुझे कम टाइम लगेगा, मुझे पहले छोड़ दो, won't solve the purpose. ओके, ऐसे करके मैंने बीच से काम निकाल लिया. ओके, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. चलो, सो द सेकेंड थॉट. ओके, अब let's take the example of the kirana store only. This is more this would clear the concept a lot more. Let's say the kirana store person told me that now there are 2 options. The kirana person is very disciplined. Okay, like he's a very old person and he don't wants to give service to everyone in a vague way. So he decided that either I would choose between these 2. Okay, either I would serve who came first come first serve. सिंपल सा लॉजिक यही है कि either who came first. सिंपल सा आइडिया यही है कि जो पहले आया वो पहले जाएगा. ओके, द नेक्स्ट कॉन्सिक्वेंस कैन बी, आई कैन से दैट जो पहले चला जाए, भैया देखो, जो पहले चला जाए उसे पहले छोड़ दो, जिसको पहले घर जाना है. ओके, there are 2 things that I can do. Who would leave first? Now I want to find out which is more beneficial, because if I don't have the constraint of this minimum time taken. Hi Davish Kare, how are you? So he would be the person who would be taking the stream on Sunday. Okay, and then you need to get acquainted with Devashish. Okay, fair enough. So now I have 2 choices. Either I can जो पहले आया और जो पहले गया. Now I want to make a good choice between these 2 options. अब मेरे पास 2 ही ऑप्शन बच रहे हैं, इसमें से एक सिलेक्ट करना. कौन सा ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल लगता है वो भी बता देता हूँ. देखो, ओके, अब देखो हो ये सकता है ना, जैसे let's say who came first. Let's say I can have something like this. I can have one person who is from 1 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Okay, I have one person. ये थोड़ा सामने रखते हैं. I have one person who would be there from 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock. I have 2 person who would be like, I have one more person who would be there from 2 to 4, and I have another person who would be there from 6 to 10. So अब let's take the scenario who would come first. Okay, first come first serve. Okay, so अगर like this, what happens in a shop, like in a physical shop in India, this is what most of the shopkeepers out there follow. So if I prioritize on giving the first person, then the time from 1 to 10 would be blocked and I can only serve one customer. But if I prioritize on these two, I can serve two customers, 2 to 4 and then 6 to 10. So मेरे पास टाइम भी बच गया और मैं दो कस्टमर सर्व भी कर पाया. दिस इज द करेक्ट अप्रोच. बट अगर हम लोग ऐसे जाएंगे कि जो पहले आया उसे पहले सर्व कर दो, तो देख रहे हो गलती होने की चांसेस अभी भी है. अभी भी ऐसा कोई बंदा हो सकता है जो सुबह से लेकर रात तक बैठे हुए रहे, तो इससे तो नुकसान है ना. अगर जो पहले आया उसे पहले सर्व करने लगे. ओके, लेट्स से आई एम वर्किंग एज अ, देखो what I want to convey is, let's say I am a helper at a shop. Okay, let's say I am a helper at a shop, at a kirana store, helper at a kirana store. Let's take this scenario. Okay, so now my shopkeeper told me, see, the more number of customers, like let's say the more number of customers is equals to more salary. More customers equals to more salary. Let's say मेरे मालिक ने, my manager has told me this, that if you take more customers, if you are able to serve more customers, you would get more salary. And I am what? I am at a helper at a kirana store. Okay, now there are three people. One people is there who would stand there from 1 to till 10 o'clock, and one people is there who would stand from 2 to 4, and one people is there who would stand from 6 to 10. So अगर if I follow the approach of कि जो पहले आया उसे पहले सर्व कर दो, then I would be only able to solve this person and मुझे कम सैलरी मिलेगी. I would get less salary. But if I solve these two people, like if I serve these two people, then I would get more salary because एक से ज़्यादा अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकता हूँ. So I can come to the conclusion from this step is that फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व वाली चीज तो नहीं चलेगी. ओके, फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व, अगर फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व वाली चीज मैंने करना शुरू कर दिया, देन आई नीड टू डाई ऑफ हंगर. बिकॉज मुझे सैलरी नहीं मिलेगी, मेरे को खाने नहीं मिलेगा, एंड आई वुड डाई ऑफ हंगर. सिंपल एनफ. ओके, सो फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व वाली चीज तो नहीं चलेगी. So the first option which was there is now crossed out. This is now not an option. So ये वाला अब एक last option बचा. So see how am I thinking of different approach, and then I'm thinking of anti-test cases जिससे मेरा ही approach मुझे बता दे कि नहीं ये तो नहीं चलेगा. मैं आइडिया सोच रहा हूँ, फिर खुद ही उसे गलत प्रूफ कर रहा हूँ. To tell you that how I come to the conclusion that this is the idea. And ऐसे ही होते हैं प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. हमें डिफरेंट आइडियाज आते हैं दिमाग में, फिर हम उसे गलत प्रूफ करते हैं, फिर जो एल्गोरिदम गलत प्रूफ नहीं हो सकता हम उसे इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं. डू आई मेक सेंस? This is what, like, I can simply give you the correct idea and I can tell you that, but this is how programmers code. Like वो लोग सही आइडिया ऐसे ढूंढते हैं. So give me a quick one if this thing is clear, and then we would discuss the last one. I intentionally didn't take the correct approach in the initial phases because I want to just take the correct one at the last phases. अब last phase में ऐसा लेंगे कि that would be very beneficial. Okay, just give me a quick one. जल्दी. रफी, नरेंद्र, अनुज, ये सब लोग जल्दी दो थोड़ा. More customers, more salary, helper at a kirana store. Okay, ऐसे ही करना है, एकदम ऐसे ही करना है. दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू डू. वो वीडियोस फॉलो नहीं करने हैं. आई एम नॉट टारगेटिंग एनी इन्फ्लुएंसर, नाइदर आई एम अ इन्फ्लुएंसर. Okay, I am a simple teacher and I want to remain as a simple teacher. I'm just following my passion. I don't want to become a so-called famous teacher. But the thing is कि वही videos follow करना जो intuition बताए कि how you are able to think. Okay, जब भी whenever you are watching an editorial of any problem, just always keep in mind that how can I come to the conclusion. Okay, the solution is not important, but how you can arrive at the solution is very important. So whichever video you are following, I don't care about that. I have no hatred to anyone. Okay, but follow those videos which give you the intuition, okay, not just the solution, because intuition is as more important than solution, because there is a very rare probability कि मैं ये question समझा रहा हूँ and this problem would appear in your interview. This is a very rare probability. So you need to learn the art of problem solving. ये आने के लिए whenever you see the video, just remember or keep in mind this mindset. ऐसा mindset रखना कि मैं इस वीडियो को तो देख रहा हूँ, बट मुझे ये आइडिया कैसे आएगा ये सोल्यूशन सुन के. सो ऑलवेज कीप दिस इन माइंड. ओके, ये वाली चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सोल्यूशन के पीछे मत भागो कि हम कैसे सोच सकते हैं. ऑलवेज थिंक ऑफ कि सिद्धार्थ सोच कैसे रहा है इसे. बस इस पे इंपॉर्टेंस देना. कौन सा लैंग्वेज है, कैसे कोड कर रहा है, व्हाट इज दिस, ये सब तो गूगल सर्च भी कर सकते हो, किसी को पूछ सकते हो. बट कैसे सोचना है ये सिर्फ वही बता सकता है जो सबसे अच्छा सॉल्व करता है, और जो बता रहा है. कोई भी ऐसा नहीं बोला सबसे अच्छा गलत बोला, जो अच्छा सॉल्व कर सकता है. ओके, बस ये ध्यान पे रखना. जस्ट कीप दिस इन माइंड कि किसी का भी वीडियो देखो, जस्ट कीप दिस इन माइंड कि सीख रहा हूं मैं कुछ, मैं खुद से सॉल्व कर पाऊंगा अगर कल को ऐसा क्वेश्चन आ गया तो. बस हर वीडियो के आफ्टर एवरी वीडियो जस्ट आस्क योरसेल्फ दैट विल आई बी एबल टू सॉल्व अप अ प्रॉब्लम लाइक दिस ऑन माय ओन. बस इतना पूछना, आ जाएगा समझ खुद ही. एंड फॉलो एनी वीडियोस. आई एम नॉट टारगेटिंग एनीवन. ओके, चलो लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. नाउ द लास्ट थिंग दैट वी कैन डू इज, जो पहले चला जाए उसे पहले दे दो. ओके, हु वुड गो होम फर्स्ट? हु वुड गो होम फर्स्ट? अब इससे मैं इंट्यूशन देता हूं व्हाई दिस इज करेक्ट. This is correct because we had two options. First one is the time thing. Okay, देखो हमारे पास प्रॉब्लम कब आया, when we tried to follow कि जो पहले आया उसे पहले, when we tried to follow जिसको सबसे कम टाइम लगेगा उसे पहले छोड़ दो. when we tried to follow and the person who would take less time, leave him. Okay, leave him first. That didn't work. Why? Because we found someone that there was a lot of clashing. उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या था? बहुत सारे क्लैशिंग आ रहे थे. When we found out that we would allow someone first come first serve basis, then we found out that यहाँ पे टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट हो रहा है. फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व चल तो बहुत सही रहा है, क्लैश भी नहीं कर रहा है, बट टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट. ओके, बहुत ज्यादा टाइम ले रहे हैं. मोर टाइम इज टेकन. बट if we just say that जो घर पहले जाएगा उसे पहले छोड़ दो, then neither there would be any clashing. तो घर जल्दी जाएगा इसका मतलब उसे टाइम भी तो कम लगेगा. A person who is going home early would require less time. So by choosing the third option, I can say that both the constraint, टाइमिंग वाली भी और ज्यादा टाइमिंग लाने वाली भी और क्लैशिंग वाली भी, ओके, आई जस्ट नीड टू इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर. ओके, टाइमिंग वाली भी और क्लैशिंग वाली भी दोनों चीज संभाल सकते हैं. ओके, बाय सिंपली सॉर्टिंग दिस. Okay, sorting this based on the departure time. So what I can do is sort based, like let's just see the sample test case copy किया था ना कहीं पे. हाँ, अब इसको मिटाता हूँ. Okay, see this. Okay, चलो see which is the first train to end its journey, that is the first train. So I can say 9 till 9:10 is blocked. Okay, 9 till 9:10 is taken by one platform. Then the next train which would end first is 11:20. So 9:50. So I can afford 9:50 after this. So I can afford 9:50 because ये वाली ट्रेन तो 9:10 में ओवर हो जाएगी. So 9:50 till 11:20. Till 11:20. Okay. Now the third train is 11 to 11:30. But 11 to 11:20 तक तो train ही रुका हुआ है. So we would require a new platform. And we would say in this platform 11 to 11 to 11 to 11:30 is filled. So ये भी fill हो गया. Which is the next train? The next train is this one. Okay, which would be early. So now we can see that यहाँ पे यहाँ train, so 9:40 से 12 वो भी booked है. So we would require a third, that is 9:40 till 12. थर्ड ट्रेन कितने बजे है? 3 बजे. Okay, so 15 till 7, that is 19. And then we have the fourth train as 18 to 20. Okay, so which would leave early, early 9, 10, 11, 20 and 24 hours 15. This is the departure time. Yep, 18 यहाँ पे रख सकते हैं. 18 to 2:00 20:00 8 बजे से. And this is how 3 platforms would be taken. And no trains would collide with each other. This is the, so what we can do is we can simply sort it based on the departure time, and then we can just keep it. See, now कैसे करते हैं? This is the sample test case how 3 platforms are there. But let me just, okay, यही रहने देता है. If someone is getting any issues, give me a 0, I would explain that. But now the very first idea is we can simply sort the values, and then let's say a train is from 5 to 8, so this one would be 10 to 12, and this one would be 14 to 15, like this. So, and we have to cover all train. Yes, we have to cover all train, and we need to return the minimum number of platforms. So अगर ऐसा है, so what we do is इसका end time, if the current, initially we have an end time which is equals to 0, then 0, if 5 is more than the end time, so we would just update it with the end time of this current train. मुझे पता चल गया ना ये ट्रेन जब आ गया तो ये प्लेटफॉर्म कब खाली होगा? 8. So this end thing would tell me what प्लेटफॉर्म कब खाली होगा. So प्लेटफॉर्म खाली होगा 8 बजे and this train is coming at 10. So this is affordable. So अब अगर मैं इस ट्रेन को इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाऊंगा, so I would say now प्लेटफॉर्म would खाली होगा 12 बजे. Now ये 14 है, जैसे 2 बज रहे हैं, तो 2 बजे तो 12 बजे से ज़्यादा है, we can afford that. So अब प्लेटफॉर्म खाली होगा दोपहर के 3 बजे. Now let's take one more scenario कि number of platforms कब increase करने हैं. Let's say we have something like 1 to 5 and then we have 4 to 6. 4 to 6. यहाँ पे we know that the platform required would be 2 because ये दोनों ट्रेन कोलाइड करेगा ही करेगा. So हमें 2 platforms पे रखनी होगी. So now see, first we would initialize the end time as 0. And now we are saying कि देख भाई बात ऐसा है कि सबसे बड़ा पैसा है. Like, see, the arrival time of this train is more than the free time of this platform. So we can afford that. And now the platform is blocked till 5. Now we saw that the arrival time of this train is less than the free time of this platform. यहाँ पे ही मुझे platform plus plus करना है. And then we would say कि अब ये वाला 6 हो गया. So whenever something is colliding that an arrival time is less than this end time, then we need to increase the number of platforms. Else, just keep updating the free time of the platform and this is good to go. Do I make sense? अब बात समझ में आ रही है how we can do it? So basically what you can do is you can make a vector of pairs and then you can sort it based on the second element. But I found a better alternative down there in the comments. He has just put everything in the map and map में already values sorted हो जाते हैं और map में key value pairs ही रहते हैं. So he is just making the key as departure and value as arrival. So अब departure time की है, so वो अपने आप sort हो जा रहा है. Just what we are doing is we don't take the headache of sorting. We just keep everything in the map and map stores it in the form of sorted array, and then we can simply move forward with that by iterating over the map itself. Okay, so अब चलते हैं implementation में. And ये मुझे काफी simple approach लगा if you are a beginner. Because many people are not coding in C++, so they would find an issue. Can you write the algorithms in points briefly? Yep, I should write the algorithms in points. ये भी कोई बात है पूछने वाली? See, so हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Initially, we have something like okay. Initially, we have something like maxi. Okay, max I. Or let's just take let's take max I also. The maximum time till which the platform is blocked. Initially, it would be equal to 0. Okay, and then we would simply sort it. Sorting दो तरीके के हो सकते हैं. Either make pair and then sort according to the second element, or keep it in a map because it already stores the sorted value. Okay, अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे? If the arrival time is greater than max I, then वो max I को departure के साथ रख दो. Okay, max I को departure बना दो. Let's say the platform is booked till 5 p.m. and then we have a train at 7 and then we have a train from 7 to 10. So हमें पता चल गया प्लेटफॉर्म 5 तक तो फ्री है, तो 7 to 10 वाली ट्रेन हम लोग अफोर्ड कर ही सकते हैं. So now the free time of the platform would be 10. So that is why maxi is equals to 10. Okay, let's say for instance, let's take this instance, the arrival time is 7 and this max I thing is, let's say, 5. So we can afford it. Now the max I thing would be equal to 10. Okay, simple enough. So ट्रेन कब से कब तक की है? 7 to 10. इसीलिए let's take the second instance. Okay, second instance क्या होगा? When the arrival time is less than, ये equal हो जाए, ये भी equal भी हो जाएगा क्योंकि 5 बजे अगर ट्रेन जा रही है तो ट्रेन आ भी सकती है 5 बजे. If the arrival time is less than the maximum time, let's say platform free ही होगा 6 बजे and we have a train from 5 to 7, so we can't afford it. At this point, what we need to do is we need to increase the value of the sum. So max I plus, so this is one max I. Let's say we would do any count plus plus, यहाँ पे हमें new platform लगेगा and the value of the max I would again be equal to departure irrespective to everything. This is the algorithm. Now, do I make sense with the algorithm? Just give me a quick 0 or 1. Am I clear? Algoro. And we have, yes, Poonam Chore, am I clear to you? पानी नहीं लाया यार राजू भाई. गुड इनफ, चलो चलते हैं. Minimum platforms. This does not work. हम है ना भाई, हम चलवा देंगे. हम हैं. This is arrival. This is AV is equals to arrival. DP is equals to departure. चलो चलाते हैं. Int comma int comma int MP. Then for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. So I just took it from the comment. So I didn't really submit it. So I am also a little bit. 1 second. Let me just. Did I share my screen? Yes, my screen. This does not work. This runs on only 2 test cases. हाँ, ऐसा है क्या? I'm not really very sure. Okay, let's just then. Okay, fair enough. Let's just take the sorting one. Okay, let's just code it and then we can debug it. क्या जाता है यार? होने दो गलती. Okay. DP of I plus 1 so that they don't collide. So they can leave at the same time, denoting the such that no train and arts and the last 2 character can be this. At anything चलो इसी का solution debug करते हैं. I think I have found out the error in this. मुझे error तो मिल गया है. Okay. So max size equals to 0. So now I would iterate on the values. Auto E dash MP. What would be the arrival time? The arrival time and the departure time. Okay. We have the okay. See, M of departure dash I is equal to arrival dash I. Okay. M of departure dash. Okay, let's just sort the array. I'm not really getting the confidence of this solution. Let's really sort the array. Okay, so before that, let me introduce with the concept of sorting an array of maps. So there are some prerequisites that you need to do. First prerequisite is pairs in C++. This is the very first prerequisite. Pairs in C++ standard template library. First, this. Okay, we would just sort it. Algorithm would remain the same. We would just sort it instead of storing that in a map. Okay, that is why I told you that I found the solution from the comments. Okay, so अच्छा हुआ सच बोल दिया भाई. मैं तो बहुत बुरा फंसता आज. Okay, pair in C++. This is the worst thing you need to do, and their custom comparator C++. You need to learn about this also. Okay. You need to also learn about custom comparators. Okay. So basically, I would just give you an overview if you don't know. Pair is just to pair the elements in groups. Like I want to pair. Okay. Like I am paired with my best friend. मुझे पता है कि मेरा best friend जहाँ जाएगा मैं भी वहाँ जाऊँगा. Okay. यहाँ भी वैसा ही चाहिए. Arrival और departure साथ में ऊपर नीचे करना चाहिए. So I am doing that. Okay. Arrival और departure साथ में ऊपर नीचे करना चाहिए. Then the very next thing is that we want, okay, arrival or departure साथ में ऊपर नीचे करना चाहिए, and we are doing that. Then the very next thing we want is what? That is कस्टम कंपैरेटर मुझे साथ साथ ऊपर नीचे साथ साथ रहना चाहिए. कस्टम कंपैरेटर्स मतलब मुझे अपने हिसाब से सॉर्टिंग करवाना है. Okay, or sorting on the basis of the first element. Okay, so now we would start this sorting part. By the way, as of now in this stream I would skip comparators. Like I could just, instead of arrival departure, I would do departure arrival, and by default it sorts on the basis of the first element, so it could solve the purpose. But I would suggest that you learn about custom comparators, or else you can just reverse it also. Now let's move and learn about, like, solve of this problem. Share this tab instead. Arrival and departure aa gaya. So now I would say boolean, and then I would say cmp, custom comparators. Okay, custom comparators में दो value आएंगे. The first one is pair of int comma int. Okay, and a, and then the same again value A and B आएंगे. Okay, learn if you're not understanding this function, learn about custom comparators. Okay, so ये वाला function, let me just copy this function because I don't want to just tell you that. Okay, this is custom comparators. Learn about custom comparators because the C++ specific people are less. And if you want to learn about what is custom comparators, you can see my videos also. If you search my video, you would get my video of custom comparators also. I have taught custom comparators very clearly. So you can refer that video also. Okay, now let's start the coding part. Okay, here what I would do is I would first make the vector. Like मुझे arrival और departure अलग अलग दिए गए हैं, हम दो साथ में लेंगे और उसे pair में insert कर देंगे. So pair of int comma int. Okay, and then we would name it as, let's say, A. Very famous name, very easy name. Okay, and now we would insert the values. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus, and then we would say A dot push back the elements as A B of I comma DP of I. Okay, पहले हम लोग सारा वैल्यू पुश बैक कर देंगे. Okay, now we would sort on the basis of custom comparators. Okay, that is what A dot begin comma A dot end, and then we would do something like CMP, and then we would move forward. Minimum number of platforms. Yep, this is good enough. Now here at this point we would say int result is equals to 1, because minimum point पे एक result तो चाहिए, मतलब minimum time at which platforms are needed. Now we would have something like P needed. Like let's take this C. Platform needed is 0. Initially the result is 1 and the platform needed is 0. Okay, so do I make sense up till this point? Just give me a quick one. Just give me a quick one. This was just based on sorting based on the second element. This is what I did. Just give me a quick one. Departure of all trains finding same day. Departure and real departure of the other. But we have arrival train equal to departure time of other. but at any given is a platform, some same platform. It require different platforms, return the many number of platforms. Um, okay, clear till this point? Okay, so now we would start the processing. Instead of arrival time should be less than the departure time. Okay, okay. Arrival, departure of I and arrival should be less. Okay, just let's do one thing. Let's just keep here as arrival and a dot push back departure. Mhm. And a dot push back departure of I, and this would be equal to A or B. This is A or B. Just let us return arrival, and if the second one अलग अलग insert कर देते हैं. Okay, so we can just do departure and let's just name it as D. And let's, as this is a character, so let's make everything as character. Character. Let's make this. Let's just change this. So what we can do is we can simply insert just to make sure that arrival is different and departure is different. Okay. So we are good enough to go. Now at this point, what we would do is we would start the iteration. We would say auto IT. Okay. Auto IT is equal to a dot begin. ओके, हम लोग पहला एलिमेंट से शुरू करेंगे. ओके, पहला एलिमेंट से शुरू करेंगे. Now we would keep moving forward and okay, let's just iterate over this. For auto it dash a. Okay, so now we have two elements. Okay, first one, if it is arrival or departure. Okay, so if it dot second is a, then it is arrival. If it dot second is d, then it is departure. Okay, this is just the syntax of C++. I know Java and Python people are not able to understand. Okay, so at this point, okay, for auto, if this value is equal to a, then it is arrival. So if it dot second, it is a second value, so it dot second value, okay, it dot second value is equals to the value a. Okay, it dot second make pair, and then it dot second is equals to this. If it dot second is equals to a, then we would have this. Okay, if we have an arrival time. Okay, if it dot second is equals to arrival, then a platform is needed. That is C++. That अगर हमारे पास पता चल गया कि पहला ही अराइवल आ गया, तो एक अराइवल पे हमें ज़्यादा करना होगा. Okay, else C minus minus. Okay, we would decrease the number of platforms. Simple enough. Okay, अगर A आया तो we would increase. अगर D आया तो we would decrease. This is like little bit of change of the algorithm because I was not getting into confidence of that one. So अब क्या हुआ कि अगर departure ही पहले आ गया, it is just like the same thing. If departure पहले आ रहा तो ठीक है भैया, departure पहले हो गया. अगर arrival पहले आ गया किसी और ट्रेन का, अगर किसी और ट्रेन का arrival ही पहले आ गया, then we need to increase the number of platforms. अगर arrival पहले आया तो increase the number of platforms. Else just decrease the number of platforms and we are good enough to go. Okay, so now if the value of res is greater than c, then c is equal to res. Okay, and then just return the value of res itself. अगर if res becomes greater, so return the value of res. Platform needed. If C platform needed is greater than res. Okay, if platform needed is greater than the res, then res is equal to platform needed. Res is equal to platform needed. At the end, we would return the value of res only. So the maximum value of the platforms, maximum value at each instance we are covering by this. Or if you want to understand this better, what you can simply do is res is nothing but maximum of c comma res, and this would always solve the purpose if you're not understanding this. ठीक है, वी आर स्टार्टिंग ऑफ विथ सी इज इक्वल्स टू 0. अगर अराइवल आ गया तो हम लोग प्लेटफॉर्म इंक्रीज कर देंगे, डिपार्चर आ गया तो एक प्लेटफॉर्म डिक्रीज हो जाएगा, और हम लोग देख रहे हैं किस इंस्टेंस में सबसे ज्यादा प्लेटफॉर्म हमें नीडेड था. ओके, लेट्स से आई एम गिवन 3 होमवर्क्स. ओके, one homework is requiring me 1 hour, one homework requires me 2 hours, and one homework requires me 3 hours. So my, let's say my manager is asking me in what time you can complete all the homeworks, and every homework can be done parallelly. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं बोलूंगा 3 घंटे तो लगेंगे क्योंकि 3 घंटे तक में सब हो जाएगा, 3 घंटे तक में सब हो जाएगा. सो इन द सेम मैनर किसी भी इंस्टेंस पे सबसे ज्यादा प्लेटफॉर्म जब रहता है, मैं उसका ही बस मैक्स ले लिया. दिस इज देयर. Here earlier I told you that we can just count at each step. Okay, here I'm just taking out the maximum because it might be a scenario that count at each step mein we get a disparity. Okay, so maximum at any step would give me the result. अगर सबसे ज्यादा लास्ट में ही वैल्यू आएगा तो वो भी कैच हो जाएगा, बीच में भी ज्यादा वैल्यू आएगा वो भी कैच हो जाएगा. डू आई मेक सेंस? जस्ट गिव मी अ क्विक वन. line number 27 to 33, this value. Okay, I got it. First let me just submit this. First let me see if this is working or not, because I have also changed the solution. Which line number it is asking about? This one. First let me see if this is working or not. This should work. CMP vector and CMP, this would be this needs to be static. Okay, चलो अब देखते हैं. Okay, first let me see if this is working or not, then I'm explaining. Like a little bit different approach. Okay, this is done. First I would paste the solution, see the solution hand in hand, and then I'm explaining. मैं बताया था थोड़ा सा मेरा ही है कि I just changed the solution because I didn't feel confidence on that. Might be the scenario because I don't really submit any solution and see come beforehand. Like if you see, this is my first submission here. I didn't solve it earlier. So I just read the problem. I feel that I can solve it. I can feel that I have the approach. Then I come here. So अब देखते हैं what is this all about. So see, this is a little bit easier than this. So क्या कर रहे हैं? The same thing we are doing. समझा देता हूँ. हो ये रहा है. We are keeping. Here we were telling that we would sort based on the departure time. We would sort based on the departure time, and this is also a very famous problem. Like let me just first show you that problem also. This is also a problem of greedy. And the same kind of train only thing is there. First let me tell you that problem. This would also work, that would also work. Both of them should work. View all greedy, it should be there. Solved में देखता हूँ. I should have solved that problem. Minimum number of jumps, minimum platforms. Yep. No, ये तो यही आ गया. Minimum number of platforms and meetings in a room. Yes. This one, this one, this one. Let me just see. This is also a start time and an end time. And yes, yep. Same kind of problem. Solve this, okay? Solve this. Here we need to tell that what is the maximum number of meetings we can have. Okay. Here we need to tell what is the maximum number of meetings we can have. Here we need to tell what is the maximum number of rooms required such that every meeting is held. Just a little bit of difference. Okay. So now see this one. Okay. So now in this problem, what I did was we can go in the same manner, but it might be a scenario that might not work. So what I did was I just sorted out the values of everything. Okay, sort kar diya sabko, sorted everything. Okay, everything. I just sorted everything. At the end, what I did was, if I come across a arrival time, okay, अगर मुझे अराइवल टाइम मिल गया तो मुझे पता है कि अभी तक तो मैं फ्री नहीं हुआ था और मुझे अराइवल टाइम आ गया. सो आई नीड टू इंक्रीज द नंबर ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स. अब अगर किसी का डिपार्चर हो रहा है, भैया एक प्लेटफॉर्म फ्री हो गया, भैया एक प्लेटफॉर्म फ्री हो गया. दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी फेमस टेक्निक टू बी ऑनेस्ट. इफ वी हैव अ डिपार्चर ऑफ समथिंग, we say a platform has been freed. If we have an arrival of something, we would say a platform is needed. At any instance, like किसी भी like पूरे इस train journey में, we are just collecting out the maximum value. We are just collecting out the maximum value. Other than this, nothing. This was a little bit easy, but I just told you one more problem out of that. This is very easy to be honest. Like it can be solved very easy. Like any instance पे सबसे maximum number जब होगा, ट्रेन आया, अराइवल आया, तो इसको एक प्लेटफॉर्म दे दो भैया. अभी एक लड़का आया, इसको एक चेयर दे दो. वो लड़का गया तो एक चेयर ले भी लो. अब हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं ना, देखो सिंपल सा एल्गोरिथम यही है. सपोज आई एम सिटिंग इन अ ट्यूशन सेंटर. सिंपल. ये दिस आइडिया इज वेरी सिंपल. ट्यूशन सेंटर, let's just leave it, tuition center, and now I am a teacher. I just want to know what is the maximum number of students एक साथ सबसे ज्यादा बच्चे कब होते, कितने होते. So what I did was, एक बच्चा आया, I gave him a chair, और यहाँ पे मैं चेयर का वैल्यू इंक्रीज कर दिया. और एक बच्चा आया, I just increase the value of the chair. यहाँ पर भी चेयर का वैल्यू इंक्रीज हो गया. सी, सो पहले चेयर का वैल्यू 1 था, तो हमें मैक्सिमम आंसर यहाँ पे 1 आ गया. ओके. अब और एक बच्चा आ गया, चेयर का वैल्यू 2 हो गया था इस वजह से, अब 3 हो गया. सो हमने 1 2 3 हो गया इसका वैल्यू, मैक्सिमम वैल्यू. बट अब एक स्टूडेंट चला गया, फिर दूसरा भी चला गया. सो नाउ द नंबर ऑफ चेयर्स रिक्वायर्ड इज 1. नाउ अगेन वी हैव वन मोर स्टूडेंट कमिंग अप. Okay, एक और बच्चा आया, so we have the number of chairs required as 2. So in the end we might have 2, but the maximum answer is 3. Okay, in the end we might have 2, but the maximum answer is 3. So इसी वजह से जब कोई आ रहा है तो वैल्यू इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं, जब कोई जा रहा है वैल्यू डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं. ओके, एंड हर पोजीशन पे एक मैक्सिमम वैल्यू निकाल के लगते रहे, so that at the end we are just able to tell, yeah, this was the maximum peakest point that we were able to achieve. Okay, so now it makes sense. This is why whenever we have an arrival, we increase the number of chair. Whenever we have a departure, we just decrease the number of chair. And हर point पे हम लोग एक maximum रख रहे हैं, which would tell us that yes, this is the maximum number of things. Now do I make sense? Just give me a quick 0 or 1. Poonam Chaure and Yogesh Kale. Do I make sense? Do you have a portfolio or website where you store your videos? Place the link here. To be honest, I just came here as a teacher and I didn't knew that I would continue teaching this long. Okay, I came here as a teacher more than 2 years ago. Okay, more than 2 years ago. And Then I thought that I would leave it as we proceed forward. But dekhte dekhte, I was able to see some difference out there. Okay, as a teacher, not as an influencer. Okay, so I stand nowhere among the influencer, but as a teacher, I was able to see some small bit of changes. So then I thought that I am just continuing it. Okay, as far as I may continue. So I don't have any portfolio. I don't have don't save any videos. I don't have a YouTube channel on my own up till now. I'm thinking of making one. Okay, thinking of making one, a YouTube channel of my own, because it has been more than 2 years. Okay, now it seems easy with that much. Yes, absolutely. But consider solving this end meeting scenario, which I just gave you. Okay, so now that's it for today. If you have any concern or queries, you can ask me. Else, if you're watching the stream in the recorded version, or if you were in the stream till this point of the solution, consider liking the video and commenting on the video so that the reach of this video could be increased and this hard work could be justified. By the way, just a small bit of announcement, because the last time when Yash was taking the stream, many people were asking me, why didn't you take the session? So last from the last Monday, not this Monday, last week's Monday till Thursday, I'm working every day, day and night. Why? Because in the morning I go to office, work there as an SD, come back home and do my job. And I have classes at Saturday as well as on Sunday. Okay, so tomorrow I would be taking a break. Gaurav would be the mentor who would be taking the stream tomorrow. So consider keeping up with him. ऐसा मत कर लेना कि सिद्धार्थ हाजरा विल ओनली टीच. ओके, वो होता है ना, जैसे धोनी कहता है कोई और आएगा जो मुझसे भी अच्छा खेलेगा और वो मुझे रिप्लेस कर देगा. So same thing. Tomorrow someone else would come other than me in the stream. Tomorrow as well as on Sunday. Okay, tomorrow on Sunday, some Devashis would come on Sunday, and on Friday Gaurav would come. On Saturday I would come, but tomorrow I need some rest for myself, so I won't come tomorrow. And please just don't get adamant. That's it for today. Meet you on Saturday, but you should come here tomorrow also and be like boost the confidence of Gaurav. That's it for today. Thank you everyone. Good night.